In this video, I will show you how to set the world in Quick Studio. But before we do that, I want to add a shadow catcher. This is a very easy thing to do in Blender. You just have to select the object, then go to the properties and enable the shadow catcher option. However, Quick Studio includes a background that improves the shadow catcher with a few extra settings. So let me add the background and change this to render. And here we have the reflection settings, reflection color and opacity. These parameters are important because they have a great influence on how the render is going to look like. If we have, for example, an orange ground, you see that the color in the reflections and the light that bounces from the ground to the object is going to be orange too. So you can change the color to match the HDRI ground, or you can even lower the opacity down to 0 to hide the reflections. In this case, I'm going to set a value of 1, but I'm going to make it white, because you will see in a moment that the ground is going to be something close to this. So now that we added this, let's add the world. We can hide this, and here in world, we add a new one. The default world is this flat, dark gray color with a strength of 1, but you can choose a different type, like a gradient to simulate a very simple sky. In this case, a color ramp will appear to let you change the colors. Something like this, for example. There is also a sky option available. This will use the Nishita sky texture with its own parameters. But anyway, in this case, we will be using an HDRI, so let's go here and select this file. So this is now being used to light the scene, but also in the background and in the reflections here. So we are using this HDRI for everything. But in this case, we want to use a different kind of world to be seen by the camera in the background. If we uncheck this option, we will be able to set a different world for the camera. So here we have different options again. We are going to use an image I have already loaded. It will be this one. I'm going to change to camera view to match the image perspective right there. And now I want to match the direction of the sun with the image. So very quickly, I'm going to go here to rotation and move this till I find the right angle. So a little bit more. There we go. Now it is more or less the same as here in the background. But we could also change the intensity of this HDRI to be brighter or darker. In this case, I'm gonna leave it in 1. It could also be the case that we want to use something else for the reflections. For that, I should uncheck this, and you see now that we have different reflections here. It is not using the HDRI anymore. Now if I choose a different file, like this one for example, you see that here the reflections are completely different. But anyways, in this case, I want the reflections to be from the HDRI that is lighting the scene. That looks better in this case. And that's it. That is how quickly and easy it is to set up a Quick Studio world. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and thank you for watching.